Hey, what's up, y'all? I am so happy that Candace got her 2 degrees and she's celebrating. I like that she's able to celebrate, and she it looked like she had a great backyard party. It was some good food. That food was looking good. Everybody, most of the people show up, and it was a good time. And that's what I like to see. But not Robin, Wendy, why are you apologizing? And I'm here for Chris. I would apologize for either, for none of that. I would apologize. If I were Chris, I would apologize either. Let's get to it. Hey, what's up? My name is Mizzle. You watching my channel Mizzle 14, and I'm back in the review of Real Housewives of Potomac, Season 7, Episode 10, Cleaning Up the Mess. Like I stated, Wendy, why are you apologizing to everybody who done you wrong? I want to apologize to Mia, and I wouldn't apologize to Robin. F that. Yes, y'all had that drunk moment, and yeah, it was all lovely dovey. So I miss you, all that stuff like that. Whatever. Because it seems like Candace and Wendy, y'all are trying so hard to be in friends spaces and be in the good places with these Robin and G-Neck and some of them who don't deserve it. It's disappointing and annoying because we root for you, we stand up for you, we defending you and everything, and then y'all do this and going back and forth. That's what comes to the point I would say, you know what, whatever. It is what it is. I still stand by what I stand with a lot of these things, but I'm just not gonna really get all hype and emotional about things or get all angry. It is what it is. I was gonna review it and be about it. But I'm telling you, a lot of these things they doing, I want to be doing. Point blank, period. But we'll see. G Neck and Robin had a little podcast, Reasonable Shady podcast. And I don't really listen to podcasts like that either, but I would definitely want to listen to their podcast. I don't care for them like that. But after their podcast, they sat down with someone and they had they planned on the live Reasonable Shady live show. And I said, okay, they're gonna take it live. I said, oh, is it that popular to go live? Well, yeah, just doing it for production and TV. But what is what it is. G-Neck mentioned that her twins, Angel Door's sweet 16th birthday party is planning, so they get everything together. She happy about that. Jamal is coming, and that's that. But she did say the daughters they want her around, and that's what it is. She had an own separate room, and then her kids had their own rooms. They have with their friends, and every now and then they pop in and out. But they're gonna let their daughters have their fun. That's good. Now Robin says she planning her she talked about the prenup, and she was planning to prepare the things as a trip, but she thought she would have some quiet time, and that didn't happen. So it is what it is with the prenup. And we also figured out that Robin is going to plan a little private wedding with just the four of them, with her and Juan and her parents, and that's it. I said, what about with his parents? But no, never mind. Forget that. Because I remember they took him in when he had nobody around. So I remember that. So they was thinking about how Whitney cried a different tune at the club than when she was at Underwood, and Robin was like confused and said, "What is this come about?" and everything, and it is what it is. But I was like, Robin, you kind of forget why it led to that point, right? You and G-Neck last year were insinuating that Wendy got her body done because it must be some validity to the rumors that Eddie might be cheating. So she got her body done, and she had no substance. She's loose. She had no value as a woman. Not because she had no 4 degrees and like that, because her body done make her a loose woman. No substance, no values, no self-esteem. Doing it for a man because he might be cheating, so you just doing it. I was like, all that. And you was part of that. You know what the rumor is. Act like you didn't know what it was. And then when Ashley came with the information, then she came off, and then you want to butt yourself in, and she read you down, and now you upset because of that. It's all lead to how y'all was attacking her for getting her body work done. Not because she wanted to feel good, it's because y'all feel like she did that because of Eddie. And she had no substance. She had no value. no worth as a woman. I said, yeah. I said, first of all, how you look, Robin, you look like you gonna freaking bum under the tree most of the time. So you had nothing to say about people being having no fashion and no value or no worth. Because I don't understand what the worth you be having sometimes with your hairstyles and your outfits. And y'all trying to convince us y'all this lifestyle housewife with a budget. But I understand that Robin never grew up broke. So I don't know why she looks broke. Child. So I guess Robin reached out to Candace and they said they're gonna have a talk and everything. And I said this whole thing about Robin and Candace thing, I was like, Robin, if you listen to the live and you go further to the live, she did specify she wants to talk about you. She wasn't really talking about you. She wasn't really talking about Karen. And she really wants to talk about Wendy. She was talking about the other ladies. Mia, Ashley, G-Neck. So at that point, she was saying not all, but most of the ladies. And then she was like, oh no, I was talking to Robin. So she was specific. Now, Robin's asked her, she should be specific. I'm jumping ahead. I think they're also like that. Robin and Candace meet. And Robin was in her feelings because her friend, sister, and brother-in-law died in a tragic accident, a car accident. And she felt bad about it because her hairstyle has been her hairstyle for years. And she's like really close and she felt for the car. I said, oh, you have more emotion about that than anything else, Robin. It's like everything else you don't really have much emotion about, but you have emotion about that. So about that. And Candace was there and she consoled Robin. And I was like, that was nice to console her. At the end, yes, Robin was feeling down and upset. But I said, don't forget what y'all there for in the first place. So they talked and everything. And she said, Robin, you the most person I ever felt trusted the most. And truthful. Now, I know a lot of people saying that Robin and Candace are good friends off the show, and they got a good friendship and everything. I say that's all said and done, all dandy at the end of the day, because I don't know these ladies. I just reviewed the show. But some of the stuff that Robin been doing towards Candace, it made me question how much of a friendship they have. Because putting that speaker out and ambushing her or whatever with the speaker was a little too much. Unexpected or unwarranted. Right? So all that, just like bad with her, it's like, let's just say, it's I feel like this way, is you feel that way and everything, why you would say that, all that stuff like that. And it was like, she said what she said, it's a public platform. If y'all watch the live yourself, you know who she was referring to. Because she wasn't really talking about all of y'all. And Robbie, you was not the one she was talking about. So you was doing the most. And as a friend, if y'all supposed to be a close friend, I wouldn't have done that. And first of all, who brings a speaker to a freaking dinner? Who brings a speaker? That's why I said that scene was very produced. Produced means no one in the real world would somebody bring a speaker to confront a friend in front of people. You talk to that person behind one-on-one, or you will bring it up in a group. But even though I would bring it in a group, I would try to figure out what she mean by it, what she was saying in her live. And then she could explain to me what's going on. So Candace said, you're not a fake me, and I wasn't talking to you. She said, next time be a little more specific. I said she was specific. You didn't look at it mostly. She was really clear. At some points, who she was referring to. But okay, whatever. It is what it is. But they had most of the scene was about Robin getting consoled. And Candace, why is Robin so much of a trustful friend for you? Why you feel her the most at everybody else? I guess. Whatever. Like I said, I don't care. I guess. But Robin moving funny. Moving funny. But you still want to value the friendship? I wouldn't. G-Neck and freaking Robin is not the person I would be close to trying to be feeding for their friendship for. Not ever. Not ever. Because I see how they move. But whatever. Because she said, oh, I supported you and Chris and everything. But yet, you were still in front of freaking Giselle or G-Neck and said, Candace is dramatizing things. So you was all good to a certain point. until you get in front of your friend who you really close with, and you can't be in a bad light with her, so tell her that Candace dramatizing things. So I want Candace to see this, and I want to see how she will respond when it comes to reunion, how she felt when Robin said that. Because you were supporting her all the time, but how dare you gonna say I'm dramatizing things? Whatever, girl. So she was Candace preparing for the celebrate her 2 degrees that she has, and she is preparing the backyard, and she talked to Chris, and they talk about different things, how they gonna set up and stuff like that. And they said who she invited. She invited Karen, and she realized she had to apologize to Karen because she didn't remember that she was said what she said. Now we all know that Candace said something, but it was not to the extent that Ashley made it seem what she said. What Ashley said that Candace said is not what Candace said. And Ashley excluded herself from the conversation, like she didn't come out. Like it made it seem like Candace came out of nowhere and just blurted this out to Ashley to give her some tea. No, it was a woman going around. Candace repeated a rumor that was happening, that was going around about Karen sneaking out of town and going somewhere to restaurants that's other than Ray. Which then when we see the scene with Ray and Karen sitting down and saying, Ray, you say I can have eye candy. Ray said, yeah, as long as it's candy, stay candy. All right? So that's just say, like I always gonna say, it just says to me, as long as it stay like you not crossing the lines of boundaries or having sex with them and everything. But at least you can still hang out with eye candy. Ray had no problem with that. So I said, it is what it is. So she will apologize because she had the producer remind her what she said because she was drunk and she didn't remember what she was saying. But I was like, you didn't say what Ashley said, but you did say something and you just repeated what you heard. Which is fine because everybody trying to be grand saying like you don't have no key conversation with your little girlfriends or boyfriends sitting down, having a conversation when you're drunk and you talk about things. That doesn't mean that you're malicious about it, but y'all talk about things. But you hoping that the conversation y'all have together as y'all supposed to be so good friends stay between y'all two. Because I can have a conversation with my friends, it can stay between us. And nobody needs to know. So no. But then again, Candace always don't trust people and giving too much people chances. But then you said she hold grudges. I said, how much that Candace hold grudges when she continue to let people give her chances? So you can't hold grudges and still give people chances. Which I don't know. You keep giving people chances, and the chances let them in, but you hold grudges. I said, I don't. That don't make any sense. That's oxymoron. You can't give chances by holding grudges like that. So, Karen was preparing for her live show. Now they would say, "Where you get your inspiration to do a live show?" And they played back of G-Net mentioned that oh my gosh, she is going to do a live show. So this is the thing that people think that Karen always biting off for people and everything. And I was saying, whatever. Because at the end of the day, a lot of people ideas are the same. Nobody live shows has been done all the time. But it is kind of think it's funny that they say, oh, now I can't want to do a live show. But she gonna do a variety live show, a different acts. She brought over her friend Matt to come over, her former assistant and everything. I don't know what he's doing now, but that's the guy that Karen used to help her with different events and everything and help her with different things. And he was saying, oh, we could do this, we could do that, we could do this. And I said, how long is a variety show? Because you just kept talking and everything. And they said how we did kick off the pride. And, Karen was excited for that. Yeah, so I saw that. And she said, a lot of these ladies do some things similar at around the same time. And then she mentioned to Matt that G-Net and Rob is going to have a live show. And he said, it's not going to be interesting. I said, I wouldn't even go anyway if they were. But that's that. So Wendy was a keynote speaker at a convention in Chicago. And she kept calling it Chicago. And he said, why are you saying it like that? She keeps saying Chicago. It's Chicago and everything. But she was excited for that. And then she said, oh, she got a kid's graduation and her birthday next week, and she got something else going on. So she got a lot of things going on her plate. But on top of that, she wanted to do surgery to get her kidney stones taken out because she said, the doctor said it could pass through. But she said, no, I'm tired of the pain. I need it out. So she had to prioritize her health to get that done because she's like, I'm going to finish. I said, no, if that's the thing you want, you got to prioritize that. Everything else can fall into place. Okay? So, bone structure Mia is in DC opening a joint chiropractor spot. She had numerous acquired joint chiropractic spot. Joint chiropractic, right? Joint chiropractic spots. And it's different states and different regions, 4 regions, and to that DC make it 5 regions. So she excited, and she knew several of the spots she runs and personally, and then she got other ones that she could just collect checks in and make sure everybody else doing their job. So some she runs personally herself, and others she had other people do it, everything. So I said okay. But it's funny that you had your husband brother lock you out of the freaking account, so you had no money for a while. But I think they back with their accounts now. But I'll say, how you let that happen? And I hope y'all let that guy go because that's crazy. But she didn't want to talk about what project that fell through. The producer keep asking her, and she said, I got time for that or something like that. But Karen came and show up, and Jacqueline came and show up and support, and that was that. So Ashley went to talk to her uncle and aunt. And basically said she's scared to be alone. I'm scared and lonely. Scared to be alone. She's scared to do things on her own. Cause her uncle and aunt say, you're not alone. We got you. She said, I know, but it's like now I gotta be responsible for these 2 little kids and everything, all some of that and everything on my own. And I said, girl, I don't think you really thought you gonna have longevity with Michael. Maybe she thought she did, but at the end of the day, I always felt like Ashley was on a long one because she got the money in the bag. I don't think she really was into him like that. It was just about the money. But she faking it to try to make it seem like she was so in love with him. No, you want to secure your bag. Hey, also you got daddy issues, so that's what you want to own the man. But so she afraid and she's scared of doing that on her own and being her own soon. I said, oh well, and then she said before her and Michael had a screaming match at the house because he wanted to spend time with Dean. And she said, okay, you can do it when you come back. And he said, no. All so that you take the other one and you leave Dean with me and all that stuff like that. And she said, fine, whatever, you can take it. I always said, sure, you want both the kids and I could go somewhere else. Shh, you do me a favor because I always with the kids anyway. So you want to come home, be grandstanding, and want to spend time with kids, spend time with both of them. Now you want D because he can walk in and talk and everything. You have to do much responsibilities, but he's still a kid, so whatever. So Candace picked up her mom, and earlier in the episode, Candace mentioned that she was late in her period. Now she thinking that she might be pregnant, and that Chris was like, "Oh, really?" And he was a little excited, a little shocked. He said, "Oh, is it late your period and everything?" And then he picked her up. I said, "Oh, yeah," picking her up and everything, and she straddled. I said, "Oh, right, nice." And but she did say she took the pregnancy test, and it came back negative. And she was a little bit sad about it, but then she realized she could continue the process what she was doing of the egg in vitro process, everything that she was going through. And picked up her mom, and they talk about things. And she told her mom that she's late with her pregnant period, and she might be pregnant. So it is what it is, and that's that. So into the house, and they had a shady moment. That they was like the rattlesnake. I said, "Oh, Kenny, you said your neck wasn't coming. Here she is." And it was a rattlesnake, and then she said, "Oh my gosh," and everything. It was so shady. It was funny, shady. I said, "Oh, that's a rattlesnake because she is a snake. She is." Meanwhile, G Neck had the Angel Door Sweet 16 party. It looked nice. They both the daughters look beautiful. And Jamal Bryan came, that's the baby's daddy. Jamel, G-Deck ex-husband. And we know he was gonna be there because G-Deck mentioned to her daughters that her father gonna be there. Their father gonna be there anyway. So we know he was gonna come. We were saying we thought he was not trying to film anything because remember he said he's not showing up any more on the Potomac franchise. But of course he gonna show up for his daughters. That's the only reason, only exception that he will show up for. Other than that, he's not showing up anymore in filming. That's why he stopped moving around. So they gave a speech to the daughters. And they each get a new speech. It was nice. Took pictures, cut the cake. The venue looked like it was nice. It was set up nice. The girls loved it. Then the next the other end, Robin came, and Cherise came, Ashley was there, as that's that. Now, oh, screw y'all. So this is kind of late. It's 3:41 in New York City right here, y'all, in the morning. So everybody was at Candace's backyard barbecue. Like I said, it looked nice. It looked like it set up great. It was good weather, nice tent for people to eat in, the barbecue food, and everything. So it was good. And they had some soul food stuff. So I saw some collard greens, I saw some mac and cheese and everything. I saw some ribs. I said, oh, shit, y'all doing it, right? And Candace and Kevin spoke. And Candace apologized. She owned up to what she said because she said, I was drunk. I didn't remember saying that. So she was fighting so hard and said, I did not say that. But she realized she did say what she said. But she didn't say an extent of what Ashley said. And it was still taking a lot of content. So it's going to be cleared up, hopefully more. And Kevin accepted it because she said, we were working on building and we not her there 100%. And I didn't want to just throw us past to the side and lose the progress. I said, I don't know how much progress I'm going to make with someone who can try to go to HR with me, but we'll see about that. But they try to build on it. And she said, Ashley was shady and drunk too as well. And she said, oh, Ashley was messy as well. Yes, Ashley was messy and shady at that point. So, yes, she tried to screw herself, but she said, oh, I'm going past Ashley, whatever it is. I was like, oh, we good? How you with Ashley? She said, oh, no, we not. I said, of course they won't be good. I don't know where you at, blind as Cameron. You know you saw it. So why you act like you so that? Now, Candace mentioned said, I know a lot of us don't get along. So she said, it just sucks that we can't all be together and enjoy. I said, y'all no need to be together. Y'all only have to be together when y'all need to show up and be together and do lunches and dinners that production paid for. You have to sit down and eat and talk about things. That's the only way you need to be together all the time for. Other than that, you don't have to be around on each other all the damn freaking time. Somebody had an event, you don't want to go, you don't have to go. Right? So Karen appreciate the apology and everything, and they own up to it, and they will move forward. Because at the end of the day, Karen did say something, but not to what Ashley said. Okay, so yeah, she can apologize and everything, all that stuff. But go after the person who really, really going after the woman, Cherise. So we won't see that SmackDown in the second half, right? After I think next week's episode is gonna take a break until January. So we got a little break, y'all. So Wendy and Robin talk. And I was like, why is y'all talking? Why? Because they had that little drunk moment at the thing. And yes, sometimes when you're drunk, you speak from a sober mind. So I guess Wendy is hurt by Robin lack of friendship towards her. It is what it is. So it's like, I respect you. She said, why did we have that conversation then, one-on-one, and then bring the front group? I said, why she need to bring to the front group? Why y'all always feel like someone needs to bring things to the front group so everybody know how they feel? No, we can do one-on-ones. If I want to talk to the front in the group, I will have talk in front of the group. No, if I want to talk to you one-on-one, that's my right to talk to you one-on-one. I don't need to bring it to the front of the group to validate my feelings. So why are you confused? Because I was confused in the conversation. I said, what conversation you said why she started to bring it up now than then? And I said, you talk about the conversation that Mia brought up towards Wendy, but no, it was a conversation that why you decided it was so comfortable to talk to me one-on-one at the club setting, but you didn't talk to me at the group setting. I said, because she didn't want to talk to her in the group setting. And then Wendy said, I can see your point and everything. And I apologize that I hurt you. And he said, you going to apologize to me? She said, for what? Okay, but I already did. She said, can you say it again? Well, I apologize. I said, oh my God, you apologize. I was like, Really, Wendy. This you did your apology. You apologized to Mia. When you apologize to me for your part of the thing, I said I don't want to apologize for that because at the end of the day, if me and they stuck her freaking neck and freaking Peter business, then it would have been no altercation to have. You want to go be mad because I told you this is a business trip and I don't run how things you and your husband might run, and you want to be mad. I ain't talked about your husband until after you go to drink. So you do the drink on me, and I apologize for my thing. Now, Wendy, the bigger person, she always like to take the high road. But I said, y'all just always like to take the high road all the time. I'm a nice person and everything, but I don't need to take the high road all the time for everybody. No. If I want to apologize, I apologize. If I don't need to apologize. It is what it is. But this apologies and want to be in Robin's friend so badly, I said, you can't get my nerves doing that. Why y'all always give these ladies so much chance so they can dog you out every chance y'all get? Every chance y'all get, they dog you out. Now, Wendy said it didn't last long in the sport of Twitter. But I said, of course, we all knew it didn't last long, so you didn't have to tell us that. You never had to tell us that because they always revel in the fact that they want you to apologize to them and grovel under their feet. And that only fuels them more to do more to you. And the road, because they always know that y'all always go try to bow down to them and crave for their affection and their attention and approval. For what? Whatever. So I said, Wendy, I was like, whatever, girl. I don't know, you doing that. Let this be the last time you apologize. Because at the end of the day, year ago, how you vet down Robin, at the end of the day, it was warranted. Because y'all was talking about her. It is what it is. Ray and Chris talk. Ray, although he had the best intentions, I don't like that he told Chris that maybe why you should apologize to Giselle. Maybe she misread your intentions. Apologize to her, take the bigger role and be a high person. I said, no, why do I need to take the high role when that person created lies? You waited all this time to get on freaking screen to share that you was uncomfortable. Meanwhile, we all say we understand Giselle being uncomfortable. The one we don't like is that how you try to make it seem like he made you uncomfortable, that he did something to make you uncomfortable. When you kept saying that he didn't touch you, he didn't say inappropriate things towards you, he made no sexual advances towards you, you had the door open, and he left immediately after you said you wanted to leave. He left immediately. And he said he only wanted to talk to you to see how Candace communicated because he didn't like the line of questioning y'all was doing and all that stuff like that at the reunion. And that's what he was upset about. But if she was uncomfortable because she didn't want to be in the room with him. Not because he did something. So don't insinuate that he did something to make her uncomfortable because you making it seem like he was a predatory. And that's the issue. And everybody making it seem like Chris don't have a right to defend himself on Twitter and say we have to say on Twitter. I said, how you like when somebody make false accusations towards you? That could possibly end your career. Because at the end of the day, she making it seem like he's predatory. He luring her. He waited till she was alone to try and make her comfortable to do something. He was a sneaking leak to see that she was with it. All that buzzword that she was saying, and then she said, "Oh, he touched someone's butt." I said, "Girl, you trying to make him as a freaking predator and uncontrollable person who can't control his urges." And he should apologize. Everybody feel like she should apologize. No, he don't need to apologize. And I'm with Chris. And he has every right to defend himself on Twitter. If you come on me on national television and try and make a false accusation towards me, I have every right to get on Twitter to defend myself. For everyone who kept saying that Chris don't need to do that, F y'all, because at the end of the day, if it was y'all would not take that lightly either. It's one thing if you want to kiki and shade a little thing or something like that. And another thing, it's one thing to laugh and talk about things that might be factual. But it's another thing to completely make up something that didn't happen to justify your storyline and it's not coming through. So don't lie on me and you expect me to be cool with it. That's not happening. And I mean what I said. So Chris has every right to be on Twitter to say what he's saying. And yes, he was ambushed. is the right word he used. Not everybody say, no. If you listen to the definition of ambush, he was ambushed. It doesn't mean that somebody came out of the bushes for one. No, it was unwarranted. It's something that is unwanted questions, and you don't need to answer. And it's a conversation you're trying to have. So he was upset. Chris was upset. He said, well, apologize for what fuck. I ain't doing that. And that's what it is. But that was my review of Real Housewives of Potomac. Tell me how y'all feel in the comment section below. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And let Mizzle know that you stopped by. And I'll talk to y'all later.